Alright guys, we're back at it. Finally. We haven't had much time to work on it due to the weather, everything else that's going on. But I did get a chance a couple weeks ago. We got the power steering pump, the alternator hooked up, threw the old belts on it. We're going to have new belts coming. Just got to get a chance to go get them. These ones are, they're pretty frayed up, so they probably won't last long. So, we'll get them replaced. And I'll try to, if I get time tonight, get the new plug wires put together. These are the ones that come with the boot, separate from everything. So try to get those put together for it. Still haven't got the carburetor back on. What we got, I got the, made the homemade oil primer for it. Got the fresh oil in it. Got the oil primed up. Still got to get the starter on it. And finish running the fuel, get the carb on, run the fuel lines, get the other the other fuel pump, the electric one we're going to mount up here, and run the wire, get it all mounted up in case the mechanical one ever goes out on us out on the trail. And I did finally got the fans mounted back in. I got that piece of aluminum off of my boss. We took that and cut a piece out to fit, and then got the diagram on there, and we just cut it all out with an angle grinder, put the holes in it. And these fans actually have rubber on the back, so they seal against it pretty good. So hopefully that'll be enough airflow to help keep the motor cool. And I still gotta get them wired up, get the lights hooked back on, get them wired up. It's a bunch of little stuff. Just gotta get the core support isn't even mounted down yet. It's just up to the bars that go across. And yeah, it's just a bunch of little stuff now. Just gotta get motivated, get time on it. Find a better way to mount the radiator. Just got to do some foam in there just to hold it in place, keep it falling forward, and putting a hole in it against something. And yeah, just saying, get this little stuff taken care of. We'll get her fired up and see what we can do with it. Still gotta get the front dry shaft made for it. Gotta get the measurements for it. Finish with the steering. I get the arm flipped around. What else? Oh, the tranny lines. Let me see if you can see the kinks in them or not, but the bottom one is actually in pretty bad shape. It's got a kink in it down toward, up, and there's one up here, and there's one underneath, and one of them's got a couple pinholes in it. So we have to run new lines, get it done, get the starter on it, and see what happens. I think I'm going to blow the fuel line out one more time, just to make sure nothing's in it, and try to get the timing set the best we can. I know we had it running last time. I couldn't get it to idle down to a decent RPM, but I don't know what the RPM was. I don't have a tack for it yet. It doesn't have a factory tack. And I'll try this coming weekend, go get a set of gauges for it, get them hooked up, and so I have to plumb it in over here on this side for the temperature gauge. The one on the other side, I could never get that piece out of it. So we'll get the temperature gauge plumbed in over here, get the oil sending unit in, the voltage meter, get it on it, and I still got to figure out the brakes. It's holding fluid this time in the master cylinder, well, at least it was. Haven't had it off in a while, so hopefully it still does. If we can get it off. Last time it bled off on me, which was weird because it had, oh, here we go, a screwdriver. Last time, so I put all new brakes on it. All new brake lines, calipers, everything was new. Oh, damn it. The only thing I didn't replace was the master cylinder itself. No. That's not going to come off. It's so hard doing this one-handed. Oh, let's see. So hopefully, maybe we're not going to get the look. There we go. Well, it bled off a little in the back, so I don't know what the deal is there. Just buy a new one and get it over with. You can find them online pretty cheap. But other than that, we're getting there. We're not far from it. It's just the mud bog being closed down. I guess it gives us a little extra time. The local trail is closed. Someone bought it up, so not too much we can do now. Now it's saving up for a car trailer to be able to go anywhere, which I'm fine with that. Not a big deal. There's a lot of places, you know, go far away, they have campgrounds, so we can do a whole weekend, go camping, hit the woods, do some fishing. Other than that, we're doing pretty good. We'll be getting on it, get it done, hopefully, depending on how everything works out. And with everything that's going on, it's hard to tell. At least we're still working, keeping money coming in. So the only thing I can say is, if you got a job and you're still working, be thankful. There's a lot going on right now to where you'd be like some of the rest and waiting on the government to support you. The only thing I can say is just check in on your neighbors and keep an eye on your family and do what you need to do. Look out for looters. Of course, we haven't had any of that going yet, but it's just a matter of time, and everybody try to keep safe. We get a chance to work on this thing, and I'll try to make a video of it for you, and everybody try to be safe. Thanks for watching.